This is the night you have been waiting for. The night is here. The second night in the Champions League. As far as the Champions League is concerned, we are back, and this is a night to remember because big teams are knocking horns again tonight. And just viewers, stay tuned, and we will be back. Of course, we'll be expecting the likes of Chelsea and Bayern Munich right there, and many of them we are expecting today. And CBN, you can see that yesterday's game was something else, something to write up about. Many surprises came up, and that we'll be talking about that in a short while. Stay with us. A mouth-watering night, a mouth-watering song, a song that puts shivers in everybody's skin, and you will see how tense the song alone is, and it will show you what Champions League is all about. This is a European night, and we are expecting very big surprises and a tense match, going forward. CBN, are you not expecting that? Are you not expecting a serious one?
Of course. It's another season of Champions League football, and we are all excited because we are back again. The European football is back again. I beg your pardon. So we are going to have wonderful time ahead because this season is going to be bring a lot of fun and interesting matchups and interesting games and interesting emotions and everything. So
yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you can hear each other. He's man who always predict this. Give us the prediction that we have been expecting. Although yesterday he was surprised that most of all of his predictions, none of them didn't come through, except two. But I think he tried. It's not easy. He's not the one to predict or to get it done. But we're back and it's Champions League night. Welcome to the show. It's Hila-P Sports and Entertainment TV. We are back again today in the match day 2 of the Champions League season, and this is the match day 1 for most of the club that is playing today. But going by the days, this is the second day as far as the Champions League is concerned. Yesterday was something to ponder about. Many surprises was put.
Exactly.
In fact, we were surprised that many big teams here had to suffer. The likes of PSV. We are coming to that, but to show you that this is not a child's play. The Champions League is back, and it shows you that many teams who thought they are there, they are right there. They will shoot them. They will be going down. Okay, let's just start from what happened yesterday. CBN, your predictions, most of your predictions, you were surprised to see that most of your predictions you never expected it to be that way.
Exactly.
But I wasn't surprised because I know that it's going to be a very serious and surprising one. I'm never surprised though. I'm never surprised. Okay, just a quick one. What happened yesterday against PSV and Senguli, CSG? Were you expecting PSV to lose to that margin? Even okay, we are expecting that anything happen in football, but PSV losing 3-1 at home right there in Netherlands. Were you expecting that?
No. I never saw it coming. I mean, I thought since this is PSG that we're talking about, they are playing in the Eredivisie and then they are second in the table. I mean, welcoming St. Gillois the way they did yesterday. It was a poor performance from PSV. I mean, you wouldn't. I'm very sure a lot of people never gave Union any chance
at all.
But unfortunately for PSV, they came out yesterday and they were not even able to understand their game plan. They didn't know what they came to do yesterday. It was really a bad day in the office for them.
Very bad day for them. And we are not surprised what happened right there in Spain. Atletico Bilbao against Arsenal, although they really wanted to show themselves, that yes, we are playing at home and we are ready to, to be there right there with the big boys. But what happened? The superior team had to come up at the end of the day. Were you expecting? I think you really said it yesterday that you expected Arsenal to win that game.
Yes, of course. I expected Arsenal to beat Bilbao, even though I knew it was not going to be easy. But this is Premier League's Arsenal Football Club, who has been in a scintillating form this season. Yes. So you would expect them to beat Bilbao. However, Bilbao actually tried from their own side point of view. They played. They tried to contain Arsenal as much as they could.
Yes.
I mean, they created 1 or 2 chances of which, if they had managed to get a goal, maybe the scoreline would have been different from what we have. But on the other side, this is Arsenal Football Club. Like I said earlier, they were very patient. Arsenal were very patient yesterday, always trying to
took their time,
yes, trying to make out something. And then when they got an opportunity, I mean, Martinelli came on. He didn't even stay in the pitch for up to 60 seconds, and then he got that opportunity, and then he took it. And then Trossard as well, he came on as well. He was one that gave Martinelli the assist, and then he got on the score sheet as well. So they took a lot of time to get there, but at least they did the job. They got the job done at the end of the day, and that's to show you when a big team, when you playing against a big team, they are always going to find a way, no matter how you try to limit their chances.
There must be a way. There must be a way. Like what happened there? Can we not say that Martinelli and the Trossard, they're now what can I say, bench wonders, because they came in even last weekend. They came in and they changed the game.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think Arteta got it wrong somehow. I may be wrong, but from the look of it, if you watch the formation he tried to play that yesterday, it didn't actually work well for some players. Somebody like Ebere Chieze and
Madueke.
Madueke was playing from his own right. Ebere Chieze and
playing from the level.
Merino was playing as an 8.
He was lost.
Eze was playing as an 11. I mean, it was they were just playing. The positions he was playing, especially Eze, was out of his natural position.
So when you saying that Merino should have been
maybe I think it would have worked well if he had benched Merino.
Good.
Then take Eze to that 8 or number 10 position,
yes.
And then bring in somebody like Martinelli
to start
Trossard to start from the 11. I think it would have worked well, because if you look at the game when Trossard and Martinelli came, it opened up the game a little bit. And then, but Eze, I think he's just wasting that talent, because Eze can easily outperform everybody in the midfield if you give him that's his natural position.
But Arsenal, they're very rich in the middle of the park. We having the likes of Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard, and there's and maybe Arteta is trying to kind of work.
Odegaard
he wasn't there. But
since you are missing your that creative midfielder, that number 8, number 10 midfielder, which was supposed to be your number 1 creative midfielder.
Yes.
Is injured, which is Odegaard, and then Eze is the next person that you should be considering. So why shift him?
Okay, what you're saying, because what I want to say is, because looking at it, maybe trying to kind of see if there's a way you can be able to fit in, try that particular position or kind of formation where Eze can be able to play from that left wing. But Eze wasn't.
He has tried it at
but he never left there.
Yeah,
I thought he's a stubborn coach. He's a stubborn coach. He can say to as he continue the experiment going for. But when you meet like what you said, you are right. When you meet a team more experienced, they might be punished.
Of course,
because Merino wasn't himself. He was nowhere to be found. And Eze too, struggling in that 11 position. It's a nice one though. That's why they came out at the top, winning that game by 2 goals to 0. Then what happened at the Allianz Stadium yesterday? Juventus, playing out 4-4 with Dortmund. Yeah, that game was a shocking one, because when the game started, we never expected it's going to score line. Yes, you predicted that it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a dicey one, but we never expected that it's going to be this tough. The reason that the score line, in a 8-goal thriller, we never expected that. But that's football for you. And Dortmund came to snatch that 3 points. But the Juventus guy that already had to show themselves that yes, we are home, and not only that we are home, we are one of the European champions.
Exactly.
Giants, and
Giants
we need to do we need to do our best to make sure we snatch out that at one point, even if there's no way we win. But I know that had it been there was a time time given, Juventus might have did what they did against Inter Milan.
Yeah, it's very much possible. It was a shocking matchup because the first half actually ended 0-0.
Yes.
And then second half, the goals started flowing in. Dortmund will get a goal, Juventus will equalize, Dortmund will get a goal, Juventus will equalize. Then Dortmund had the opportunity to kill off the game when they were leading 4-2.
Yes.
I mean, they had 2-goal advantage over Juventus in the 90-something minutes. So now, somehow, because it's surprising to everybody, but somehow Juventus had to find a way. Scored two quick fire goals within a few minutes, and then during the dying seconds of the match. And it's surprising because I felt at the when Dortmund was leading to 4-2, I thought it was all over for Juventus. But somehow Juventus came back. I already knew it was going to. They were going to have a lot of goals in that match because these two teams are offensive football teams, and they always want to go out and score. And then it's not surprising to me that it ended 4-4. That it's not surprising to me that there were a lot of goals, but it's surprising that it ended 4-4 because everybody, even the Juventus fans, thought it was all over when Dortmund scored their fourth goal. Yes. But somehow they slipped, and Juventus took advantage, and it's 4-4.
It was indeed a goal thriller right there in Allianz Stadium, where Juventus had to be able to come back from behind and to make sure they snatch a point from the Bundesliga giants. Okay. We have the surprising one, Benfica against Karabakh, that Benfica had to slip their winning, dropping to at the end of the losing the game to Karabakh to 3-2. That particular game, I wasn't expecting. Though I told you yesterday, that I know that Benfica so far this season they have been, and it cost the manager. After that game yesterday, it cost him. But I know that definitely they have been having issue. In fact, lately they believe they play good football, because they have been there. Nobody is arguing that. But if you look at in fact, this is alone what they have been doing. You see them, they'll be leading you. At the end of the day, you will see the team will come back from behind and either draw them or they lose. So and it's also played that yesterday against Karabakh.
Yeah, they've been very poor.
So what do you have to say about this?
Benfica has been very
poor. Very poor.
You can't be playing Karabakh and then at home and then you are losing. This is actually an opportunity for them to get some points in this
also
Champions League
the momentum they needed, because last weekend they dropped the 3 points they're supposed to make, and they played out 1-1 at the end of the day. So
because you cannot lose against Karabakh and expect to beat the heavyweights. This is the group stage, and you need to finish amongst some top teams before you can be able to go above the group stage. Now, when you consider the teams that they are still going to play going forward, you just understand how much they've messed up an opportunity to get 3 points, because this is like the easiest team they should have.
But Steven, you never can tell. They're just saying in one African adage that when you wake up in the morning and you are stepping out and you see a foul pursuing you never can tell. Maybe that's a groy, maybe he manufactured their teeth in the morning, because look at what happened against PSV. Beating them, and also now Karabakh beating Benfica at home right there. Okay, but that's football. That's why there's no giant in as it stands now in the Champions League. There's no giant. Anybody can be beaten. And
of course.
We have seen many teams go down. And again, look at what happened in London. Tottenham beating Villarreal by own goal rather, because it was an own goal. It was another win and also an own goal, because I was expecting Tottenham to score, to come out there and score mostly against Villarreal, but Villarreal really pulled a shocking one for them, and they really tried, but just by losing the game. So
it was a narrow win for Tottenham. I think they were lucky with the goal, because it was a cross. I think a cross from Bergwijn or what. He was trying to make a cross, and then the goalkeeper, trying to catch the ball, brings the ball back from going across the post and then into his net. So it was quite unfortunate for him, the goalkeeper, the Villarreal goalkeeper.
Yes.
But somehow Tottenham managed to hold on to the game, and stopped Villarreal from scoring. Villarreal had a lot of opportunities to actually equalize that game, but they could not. So it's a lucky 3 point for Tottenham, and it's a very important one because come an end of come December, by the end of the group stage, it might really
Hot
be
the
very
comeback
very important for Tottenham.
Okay, looking at Rima, what happened at the Raja in Spain and at Rima, Rima did up again Marseille. And that game, I was surprised because going down by 10 men and say yet the Rima did going on to win that game. You predicted that it's going to be a very dicey and a very difficult
Close,
game,
yeah.
close game. But what surprised me there is Carvajal picking the red card because you came in to replace an injured player. You couldn't be able to hold yourself as a captain.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to, for him to, as an experienced player he is, for him to be able to control his emotions. And you are leading. You're okay. Yes, you're not leading at least, but you are already you're home. And you have the momentum. You have the match at your own palms. All you need to do is just be patient and find the net when it is required. But he went there messed up and allowed emotion to take over him, and he had to. It really cost them because now as it stands, I don't know what the formation they're going to play next match. Who is going to play the number 2 because it stands the Trent picking up injury and going up. I don't see who is going to replace the both team because I know he's going to play. He's not going to play the next game. So
exactly.
How do you see that game generally?
I think it was a very silly decision from Carvajal to headbutt his opponent, the Marcel goalkeeper. Yeah, yes. It was very silly because if you watched the game and saw the clips, it was too bad.
Very bad. I mean, from the
skipper of the team.
Yes,
and you should be leading as an example. You should be an example to others.
And the experienced one adapt.
And you're very experienced. He's been there for like God knows when. Yes. I mean, how can you come up with such attitude and you're getting red carded? I mean, it was very poor from him, and I'm very sure by now he'll be regretting his decision.
Definitely.
But however, at the end of the day, they actually got the 3 points because I think the main reason why they got the 3 points is because Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and they always have this belief whenever they are playing Champions League that this is our own.
Oh yes,
this is our cup.
Our bet right.
We have this is our bet right. We'll have it. Yes. Whatever you do, no matter how you do it, they always come back and get their goals and get their 3 points and get their win. So somehow they were not very good. They were very bad.
Yes,
I mean Real Madrid at the moment is not a team. If I was the coach or if I am the president, looking at the team and the way they are set up and the way they play, the formation, the performances of the players, the individual performances as well, I will not be proud of the team at the moment because it doesn't look like there is hope for them this season. Maybe in the La Liga and in the Champions League, they may be leading the La Liga table with 2 points. But at the end of the day, if you ask me, I will still tell you that Barca will still beat Real Madrid in all the matches they will.
CBN, you always have this. You always have this. Calling out. No. Because are you sure? Are you sure they've not imbibed this Mourinho's methodology? No, why you just play the bad ball and bad football and make sure you win
and get the 3 points.
Yes, make sure you win.
That's what they're doing at the moment.
Yes.
Exactly,
and it's working for them.
It's working for them for now. So how long is it going to work for them?
It can continue to going until they.
It didn't work for them last season.
No, it didn't work for them.
It didn't work for them. If they continue,
it's not the same manager. You have a different manager now who is younger. And if you look at what I gave yesterday, you never expected that to happen because if you look at what was happening yesterday against Marseille has this caliber of frontliners who are very dangerous in our front there. Okay, you have Aubameyang, you have Greenwood, and also who scored the goal? Who scored that goal? You see that these guys are not players, and also their midfield also they are very good. These are not players you can be able to. If you don't like what they always say, if you are playing at those you call amateur, you need to be very careful because you have issue. And Marseille they have this mentality that they believe. Even yesterday they could have won the game. They converted their chances. But for me, I don't see anything bad in making your bad maybe errors, and okay, you're not playing to that expected momentum, but you are winning your games.
but you may be winning your games, but how long are you going to continue winning your games?
As long as you keep winning. As long as you keep winning.
You may win.
Even in El Clasico, they can play bad and still win the game.
No, but they could not win any of the El Clasico.
You never can tell. We are talking about this.
Wait,
that's gone.
Because this is the way they were playing last season.
Last season's gone.
They played all the matches, like about 5 matches. You lost all of them.
It's a very bad.
That shows you. That just to show you that something is wrong. And if they don't correct it, they are still going to lose all their class. I mean, if you look at Barcelona now and Real Madrid, I don't see Madrid beating them in any of them.
But do you know that football?
Even if they play 10 times,
thank God you know football.
Performance they had yesterday.
You know football has different mental approach whenever in each game. Okay. You know I can tell. You know, and it can be their day. Any day they meet Barca, it can be their day. Anything can happen in football. I know. I know. Always happen. Players can pick injury. Your top players can pick injury.
Yes, I know. And
also, you can can get their matching order earlier on end of the game.
Of course, it can happen. But, yes, but we have to actually predict according to what we are seeing at the moment.
Okay.
Now, when you make those predictions, that's why we have odds. The odds might be against Real Madrid or against Barca, yes, or against maybe Chelsea versus Manchester United. The odds will definitely be against one person.
Yes.
It does not mean that's going to be the outcome of the game. Yes. But at the moment, the odds those are very far away from Real Madrid at the moment.
Okay. Let's continue. Okay, before we can be able to drop into today's game, let's look at Jose Mourinho is coming back to management. I expected that to happen, but I never expected that to be that quick. I was not.
It was shocking. But when Jose Mourinho is loved in Portugal, so yes, when Benfica sacked their coach, I felt probably they will consider him, of course,
after 25 years. And his first game in Champions League will be away to his former club Chelsea, and it's going to be a very serious one because Chelsea he has coached Chelsea. He has, in fact, back to back. He has been there twice. In a different time and season. Now, what are you expecting Jose Mourinho to do? Are you expecting, because now Benfica fans will be looking at him, okay, yes, you are the special one, yes, this is your former club, you can go there and hunt them. But are you seeing Benfica coming to Stamford Bridge and Chelsea?
Benfica, they've already started sharing points this season in Champions League, so I don't think it's going to stop with Chelsea, no matter who they're bringing as their coach.
Okay.
So I think, however, they may actually limit the number of goals Chelsea will actually use and defeat them.
Okay.
It's possible. I'm not saying entirely that it's not possible that they cannot win Chelsea or draw that match, but what I'm saying is, Chelsea played Benfica in the Club World Cup.
Are you using that?
I'm coming.
Are you using it as a
I'm not.
Are you using it as a because you beat them.
Apart from Chelsea,
yes.
What's it called? Inter Miami as well.
Yeah, defeated them. Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So from there, I started looking at Benfica, seeing a club that is not that is not
for now, because they have lost many players.
They have not improved in the recent time.
Players have lost them.
Yes. So I don't think it's going to change.
But do you see him? Do you see him performing very well in domestic league?
Yeah, he will definitely improve the team. Yes. That is
Mourinho
for you.
Jose Mourinho
will definitely make the changes, boost morals, and encourage players to pick up their form, if possible. But the league is a tough one at the moment. The clubs, the Sporting Lisbon, Porto, these teams are already fighting tooth and nail to get to the top. So it's not really going to be easy for him. So.
Okay, viewers, you have heard us. These are the reaction of what happened yesterday as far as the Champions League is concerned. What really played out in the match day one, and we'll be back. We'll be back to you to discuss about what to expect today. There are many matches lined up today, and we are expecting top interactions and top performances and drama, and that's going to play out later tonight. And by tomorrow, we'll definitely we'll react to what will happen today. But for now, we'll be back. Thank you.